So the pillars of the conference under this overarching banner of One Michigan are Prepare Michigan, Grow Michigan, and Love Michigan. Prepare Michigan is all about our education system, and we've got an exciting agenda lined up to talk about education in Michigan. Grow Michigan is about entrepreneurship, and Love Michigan is all about sustainability and stewardship in creating businesses and a business climate in Michigan that can stand the test of time.
I think two things that I'm particularly excited about. One is our continuation of our conversation around political civility. We're going to be having several sessions on the importance of political discourse. We're going to talk about why our political discourse has deteriorated as it has. We're going to be talking with kind of Washington old hands who've watched the progression of our incivility grow over the last several decades. And the other issue is education. We're really tackling the education challenge in Michigan in a very different way this year. Certainly we've talked about education in the past, but this year we're really using it as a launching pad for an effort called Launch Michigan. It'll be the Launch Michigan coming out party, if you will, which is really a unique statewide, multi-pronged effort to really examine and solve Michigan's education crisis. And that'll be a big focus on Thursday of the conference.
And I can't cover the Mackinac Policy Conference without Stephen Henderson of American Black Journal and Nolan Finley of the Detroit News, who couldn't be with us today, but will join us on the island next week.
Yes, he will.
9th year that Detroit Public Television has been carrying this in the entire conference.
It seems not like 9, but if you say so.
That's what I say. So obviously there's a bunch of things on the real agenda, and there's like a lot of things that are going to be going on behind the scenes in terms of talking about auto insurance, roads, especially the budget that the governor is going to be talking with the legislature about.
So Rick Snyder set kind of a standard for this first Mackinac as governor, or I should say a higher standard. I mean, for every governor, it's sort of an important marker. But he made it such a showcase for the things that he wanted to get
his agenda.
done, and was very effective at getting everybody who's there to go along with that and to get some things done. So there's pressure on Governor Whitmer in that sense that she's got to at least try to match that or maybe better it. But then there's also this incredible pressure of the issues that she's got on the table, this roads plan that she has out that's not winning a lot of support either in the legislature or among the public. I mean, this poll that says, 3/4 of people think it's a terrible idea to add that money to the gas tax. That's not helping. Or you couple that with auto insurance and put it all in the context of the budget, which we're now used to seeing.
We're used to seeing it done at the end of June.
Yeah, it's not going to happen this year.
Happen.
So she's got a lot to manage and to kind of prove while she's up there. I don't remember this kind of anxiety going into Snyder's first Mackinac after he was elected. It seemed more certain that he could manage that crowd, and that was his crowd, right?
Well, that was his crowd. It was a business crowd, and so in his was more of like a victory lap that first year that he was up there, and he also had a legislature that was ready to work with him.
Wanted to do what he wanted to
on
do.
everything, and I think Governor Whitmer is in a bit of a much tougher spot, and you wonder, or what's the threshold for paying for Republicans to want to give her some of the things that she wants?
Well, I mean, I think they will give her as much as they can claim for themselves, right? I mean, they're not going to give her things that she's going to be able to say she did on her own or that they caved on. I mean, they're going to extract what they need for their voters out of her in order to give her anything at all. And the budget is the way that they do that, by holding it hostage. And that's how we ought to be describing it, by the way. I mean, the budget is not a political issue. It's a governing issue, and it should be done before the end of June. Republicans are threatening to hold it hostage because they want something more out of the roads package.
One of the conversations there that I'm going to be looking forward to, sometimes when you walk through the Grand Hotel and you see people standing in corners and talking to each other, would be the Governor Whitmer, Dan Gilbert conversation about auto insurance right now.
I'm not sure that's a help. I mean, what he's doing. I think he thinks he's helping, but given the sort of state of play of that issue in the legislature, that doesn't put the right pressure on them to do more of what she's asking. I mean, I think she's right that the bills that are moving just are not acceptable. But Gilbert's plan, I don't know if that sort of intervenes in a way that makes it easier for her to get
Or
what
makes
she
it
needs.
a little bit messier.
Yeah, it does.
What's the interview you're looking forward to? Because I know with WDET, you're going to have a full kind of
Who are we
schedule.
not talking to?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody coming by as
So
well.
I'm actually looking forward to an interview that I'm not doing. Stacey Abrams is going to be there, and I think that's.
Yeah.
I asked, by the way, if I could be the person to handle that session. They chose someone else. and
Denied.
I'm not sore about that. I am really looking forward to that conversation, though. I think she is one of the most fascinating people on the political landscape nationally. I think that's somebody whose name we will be saying for a long time in American politics, and I think she's somebody who has changed the conversation in a state that no one thought it could be changed in a way that was really dramatic. So I think it's really great that they got her.
And national politics is going to be a lot on the agenda
Sure.
up there, and taking a look at where Michigan stands in all of that.
Yeah.